Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin Bros, kids. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It is the night of the national championship. UNC is playing Kansas tonight. That's not the top sports story of the day. However, our beloved Hope Solo was arrested Friday for a DWI, D'Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, you would think she would just show the cop her asshole.
That's what I don't understand.
Which, after all the exposure it's gotten, can also double as a form of identification.
Yes.
So
we get tagged in this story a million times. She got arrested with her children in her car at a Walmart parking lot, which is no bueno. My guess is this. She probably had a couple spritzers. The kids wanted something, or they were out of, AA batteries or whatever it was for their toys. After, 20, 30 minutes of constant nagging. Oh, you got her mugshot, Bob? Put that up on screen.
Got the mug.
Man, look at that. That's a great headshot. Mugshot. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. She still got it, dude. Hope Solo still got it.
What's the it?
Just the it, dude. Show it one more time. Look at that. Let me walk you through this, okay? So a mugshot, first of all, if you're just wrecked and you're crying and all that other shit, usually mascara's down your face, everything else. She looks well put together. Shit's all dyed up. She's 40. She's 40 years old. For a 40-year-old, she looks great. Way to go. But apparently, I guess when you get arrested with your kids in the car, they automatically take them, and it's called child endangerment or something like that?
Yeah, apparently driving drunk with your children in the car is illegal.
What was her BAC? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't know if they released it.
Because if it was under 0.12, I think you're fine. It's Hope Solo. She's been partying for years, winning championships, gold medals for the country. She's used to partying.
Well,
what was
do
it?
you know how the DUI went down?
No.
So probably a pretty high BAC. I'll look for the number. But what happened was Solo was passed out for more than an hour in the parking lot of this Walmart with the car running and her two kids in the car.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
Car was running, man. It's not a big deal. Air conditioner was on. They're probably watching fucking Elmo on their iPad. Just let her sleep it off.
Oh, no, dude.
So the
full hour?
The vehicle wasn't moving. So did she get drunk on fucking boxed wine at Walmart?
Yeah. What happens there? A full fucking hour? Are you serious?
Yeah, apparently.
Damn
and
it,
passersby kept being like, dude, I think something's up.
Yikes. At Walmart, dude. Oh, right at Walmart.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
Not at all. Damn it, Solo. Shit. Hashtag free Solo, dude. All right. I'm going to change my tune here after that. You can't be blacked out in the car with your kids. That's too much.
What time of day was this?
That's too much. It was, the report came in at like 4. We just missed it. We were just off air, D'Anthony and I.
So this is the middle of the day.
Well, I don't know. That's when the report came in. And we had just gotten off air on Friday, and I was like, God damn it, man. How do we miss this? You like to go live with this. She's a big part of the show. The beauty of it is all you, hello, Twitter worlds out there, all you Twitter worlds out there, tagged me in probably the most fucked up photos of all time. It was just stacks of roast beef, different shots of chocolate donuts, the inside of chocolate donuts for her asshole. So I got all of them. I tried to like as many as I could, but I got all of them, and I appreciated all of them. Somebody else had tagged me in something, and then I went there, and I was like, it was a stranger who doesn't listen to the show, and I was like, thank God this joke exists beyond this show. But I want to say that I'm first of all proud of her asshole and still proud of her pussy. So we're good to go there. But sleeping in your car blacked out for an hour, that's a little much.
Well, I'm wondering if she just pulled into the parking spot or was pulling out of the parking spot.
I'm guessing that's kind of like an on way, like you're going in, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she and look, does it say anything about booze? It just says DWI.
DWI.
They said they smelled alcohol on it. She refused a field sobriety test.
She resisted arrest, too, right?
What if she, yeah, it did say she resisted arrest. What if they offered her a field sobriety test, and she said, "Yeah, follow me to the local high school, and try to score on me, bitch. And if you can't score on me, then I get to go home." I think that would have been fun.
She pulls out her gloves out of the trunk and she's like, "Let's go. You get 10 shots, dude."
That
My
was
rules.
That was the resisting. The fucking cops sucked at soccer, so they got mad at her and arrested her. No, I don't know how you end up blacked the fuck out in a car.
Because I'm
with your
assuming she's
children.
like,
Yeah.
in her mind, she's like, I'm just going to close my eyes for a second, and then we're going to get going, and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, it sounds like her kids were just being dicks or something or annoying, and she was drinking wine probably during the day.
But look, a kid's going to scream something unless they both got iPads in the back seat.
Yeah.
They're going to scream something, "Mommy, wake up, mommy, wake up." If you're out for an hour, you can't hear that.
With that new iPad Air, has an 18-hour battery life. I mean,
Maybe they're good then. Maybe they didn't say anything.
No, they definitely did.
Free Solo. I don't know how that's going to shake out. I'm curious to see what the levels were and our thoughts and prayers with the Solo thing.
Well, they would have had to have conducted they would have had to have gotten a warrant to test her blood against her will unless she submitted to
Right.
that at the police station. If she didn't, then the charge is going to be what most charges in states like that are, which is if you say no to the sobriety test, whether it's a BAC test or breathalyzer or a field sobriety test, it's an automatic admission of guilt.
So there is a warrant.
Really?
According to an arrest warrant, a witness saw the 40-year-old soccer player passed out behind the steering wheel for more than an hour with the car's engine running, blah, blah, blah. She refused this field sobriety test, again, according to the warrant. So it sounds like they probably did get a warrant after she refused the field sobriety test.
Yeah,
Right.
so we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
this just sounds like a single mom, though.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like somebody with a husband. She's still married to Jeremy Stevens?
Who is Jeremy Stevens?
He was the tight end for the Seahawks. That's the one she beat the shit out of.
I don't know who that
Yeah, I
is.
feel like they got divorced after that.
I don't know.
No, she beat up his nephew, right?
I'm not sure. Bob, pull that up. Are they still married to Jeremy? Is she still married to Jeremy
Yeah, they're
Stevens?
still married.
Yeah? All right. Well, fuck. Where was he at?
Who the fuck knows, man?
And I think it was in North Carolina, too, to make it even sexier.
Yeah, it was. Is that where she's from or something?
It was in Winston-Salem.
Ooh, fuck, man. Just when we leave, Giorgio, then Hope Solo shows up and gets a house there.
Could have sent us on the beat.
No, dude.
She's from Washington State. Why would she be in Winston-Salem?
Because if you're in Washington, let's face it, she's probably a Republican. She's like, I get the fuck out of this bullshit.
By
I'm
the way,
out of there.
She resists arrest a lot. When she got arrested for domestic violence, she was also resisting arrest.
God
Yeah,
damn
but
right.
then you're just kind of in the mood to fight. That's not a big deal.
Well,
Yeah.
so she told the cops who had to tackle her to the ground because she was so combative. "You're such a bitch. You're scared of me because you know that if the handcuffs were off, I'd kick your ass," is what she told the cops.
I'm aroused.
Same. Free Solo. Free Solo, dude. Score on her. Or just fucking try to score on her. I'm with Dan. Go to the local high school field and settle this. No need for the fisticuffs. No need to drag the kids away or whatever. Like, let her get in goal one more time.
Dude, she also called one of the cops a 14-year-old boy.
Yes.
And when they asked her to take her necklace off, she said it was worth more than he made in a year.
Well,
That's-
that usually comes with celebrities, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll give her a nice pearl necklace to exchange it with.
Giorgio, that's too cheap. We're a classy show. We don't need you dirtying it up like that. Gross, Giorgio. But we're all out here holding hands, lighting candles tonight for the Solo family. I'm not gonna. Let's face it. He took her last name. Is it Jeremy Solo? You don't even have to look that up, Bob. We already know it is. She made him take his last name, and then she made a move out of because he played for Seattle all those years. She made a move out of there and was just like, we're going to a Republican state. I'm done with this fucking bullshit.
She probably
up
makes
here."
him take something else.
Fuck yeah, she does.
She's been arrested a number of times.
Well,
So the first time was in 2014 when she assaulted her half-sister and nephew.
okay, it's a half sister.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that was those let's see.
I think they were fucking around at a house party at her house, and she
Maybe.
was just like, "Hey, you're being a little too rowdy," and they were like, "Fuck you," and she was like, "You tell me to fuck myself in my own house? I'm a Hope Solo, bitch," and then beat the shit out of both of them.
Yeah, on January 13th of 2015, the judge dismissed the charges based on a lack of cooperation from the alleged victims. I imagine she paid him off, or they just didn't want to blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Let's see.
Some new AirPods exchanged hands.
Then on January 19th, 6 days later, that's when Jeremy Stevens, by the way, his name is spelled Jerramy.
Yeah.
So
that's weird.
He deserves to get hit.
I agree.
He was arrested for DUI. And then Solo was suspended from the soccer team for showing poor judgment and entering the car, and then with arguing with police as he was being arrested. And then I think she beat him up after that or something. I don't know.
Fuck yeah, she did. Fuck yeah. What were you going to say, Bob?
I just hope Solo does not back the blue. Hope Solo really is not a fan of cops when they come and say hi to her.
Yeah, but look, here's the thing, man. If you're Hope Solo, you want a challenge in life. I think that's the biggest problem with athletes. Because we've had a ton on this show. When they retire, they're looking for that next challenge. And for her, it's the police.
Maybe she should go to Ukraine.
Yeah.
And fight them.
She can go over there.
Just
fine.
don't like take a side, though. Just show up and start fighting everybody.
Exactly.
That's what I want to do.
Exactly.
I'm going to go and have a Ukrainian flag and a Russian flag. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to mix them together, like half the flag is each half, and be like, who wants to fight?
Who wants to fight me? Let's go.
And then I'm going to say, it's not me, it's Hope Solo. I'm an ambassador from Hope Solo. She wants to know which one of you guys want to fight.
Yeah.
That's what she should do. If she wants to fight, there's noble causes out there to fight for.
There is, for sure.
You don't just have to get drunk in the car with your kids and then try to fight police.
Or you can be rich enough and just buy out the shit you're fighting against, which is our next story here. Elon Musk bought fucking Twitter, dude.
Well, not really.
I mean, he's the largest shareholder of Twitter.
Sort of. I mean, technically, he's the largest individual shareholder, yes.
Yeah.
It's not like he owns 9.2%, which is 73,486,938 shares of Twitter.
AKA $3 billion worth.
Yeah, 2.9.
It is now up 30% today. So did he just get even richer?
A little bit, yeah.
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 Fuck me, dude.
But they're common stocks, so they're not board stock or anything like that, but they are voting shares. So he controls 9.2% of any vote that happens.
Yeah.
Which is meaningful.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right? I mean, any amount over 1% is meaningful to companies like this because they can sway votes.
The other thing about this is, I think it was 2 weeks ago, because I follow him on Twitter. He made a post about a poll, and he said, hey, do you think there should be a new social media platform? Do you think something along the lines of, do you think Twitter is fair or something like that? And I thought he was going to open up his own social media platform. He probably looked at what's happening to Truth Social and was just like, man, trying to figure out that whole fucking back end is a goddamn mess. Why not just buy the company I'm fucking railing against? So that way they can't fucking stop me anymore. My question is, what happens now? Does he get to go into these meetings and say, look, the freedom of speech and your selective choosing of misinformation and everything else is fucking over with? How does that work now?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's got voting power, 9% now, but that's not enough. That's not enough alone to sway anything, especially when you consider who the other top shareholders are. So Vanguard Group.
Okay, yeah, they're massive.
They own about 9%, 9% as well, between their individual stock shares and their mutual fund shares in Twitter. BlackRock, like the most evil company on the planet, owns about 8% as well.
I didn't know that. What don't they own?
I'm sorry, BlackRock owns about 6%. Vanguard and Morgan Stanley both own 8-9%.
Okay.
Let's see who else. A few other companies own 2 to 4% each. SSGA, Aristotle, ARC, Fidelity, ClearBridge. They all own like 2 to 4% each.
Okay.
So, like if you take those in total, about 30% of the company is top-heavy hedge fund and just asset holding companies, right?
Okay.
So it's not a whole lot of individuals. Elon Musk has way more than any individual. I don't think any individual. I think Jack Dorsey might be the highest individual owner.
And he comes in at 2.5%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, 2.
Oh,
I don't think he's a 2.5.
Gotcha.
Yeah, people are. This is interesting. I've been. I haven't had a chance to talk to a lot of my friends that work in the industry yet, but
Well, this just happened a few hours ago. Well, I guess right before the market opened. And I woke up to it and was like, holy shit, that's amazing. I mean, it's the type of shit we talk about on the show all the time. If you were rich enough to just do it, why wouldn't you? And he fucking did it. So how is this going to change, and how do you stop him now? The other interesting part about this is in 2018, there was an SEC rule that was enacted about how many, not how many tweets, but what you could and couldn't say about a publicly traded company if you were an owner. So now he owns Twitter on a platform that is private, but he is one of the owners of it. Does he get to talk about Tesla as much as he wants and all the other fucking shit he's doing?
I don't think it will affect how he talks about Tesla any more than the responsibility he already had. But he can't, I don't think he'll be able to as freely talk shit about Twitter because they could accuse him of trying to tank the stock, right? So, because a lot of folks think this might just be Elon being Elon, just trying to be disruptive and do weird shit because he can't. $3 billion is nothing to him. He's worth $270 billion. Not all of that's not liquid, but he can sell $10 billion in stock and hand $3 billion over to the government and have $7 billion in cash anytime he wants, and it would not affect his day-to-day life in any way. So he could have easily bought 20% of the company, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why he chose 9%. Maybe it was just
That's what I was going to ask
the
you.
2.9 billion. Maybe that's just, maybe he had a call on it and it was just available and he snapped it up whenever it became available. I don't know, but
March 14th is when they said this actually went through.
Yeah.
And they couldn't announce until today.
I think a more likely scenario is that Musk is creating a pathway for other wealthy investors to do the same thing. People that are sick of this woke bullshit that's going on, to come in and create a consortium of people instead of having a hedge fund or some kind of capital management company buying up large portions of shares. Some of these rich people, like the MyPillow guy, for example, might buy a fucking $500 million worth of shares or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's more of that. I also expect him to wait out this uptick in stock increase and wait for another valley or dip or even just a plateau of some sort and buy more. I think he's going to accumulate like 15% of the stock. I also think that this might, I honestly think that he and Jack Dorsey communicate. And I think that this might be a move to give Jack Dorsey a little bit more backup to get involved with the company again. I feel like, I don't know if you paid attention to this, as Jack Dorsey was getting railed on in the press and then eventually like kind of backing away from stuff for a couple of months, like 3 or 6 months. And then all of a sudden he announced that this other hump, Agrawal, was going to come in and take over and he was going to go work on Square. It seemed to me like he was just a beaten down man, like a guy with a shrew of a wife who just couldn't take it anymore. And he's like, fuck this, I got to get out of here. He looked beaten down. Every time you saw him in the press, he's like dead-eyed, looking down at the ground, saying, you know, I really want to do the right thing and blah, blah, blah. And people took it as disingenuous because he seemed so depressed. I'm not sure that they were right about that. I think he really wanted Twitter to be something, and it turned into something completely different. A bunch of woke assholes and corporate cunts forced him out of his company, and he went to work on Square, of which he owns 10%. He only owns 2.5% of Twitter, so it's not like teaming up with Musk is going to make it's not like fucking Succession or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not going to
some big deal voting-wise.
push it over 50. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what kind of voting shares he has. I assume it's more than 2% for sure, just based on the fact that he has founder equity. But I don't know if it would give him a huge amount of voting power. But he does sit on the board, and it's a big deal to have a sitting board member, one of, I think they have 6 or 7 board members, and your largest shareholder in league together. Like that combination of people can get pretty much anything done at a publicly traded company like this.
Yeah.
So I expect Dorsey to get more involved in Twitter pretty soon.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because the other thing that connects the two of these guys is Bitcoin. And there was a rumor behind the scenes with Jack Dorsey in particular that he loved Bitcoin, thought this was the future, and was working on Square with Bitcoin and everything else. So does Elon Musk. Both of these guys are into cryptocurrency as well. I'm with you. I think there was probably some phone calls made between him and Jack, and it did seem like Jack was conflicted during all of this shit of what is the definition of freedom of speech. Because even when he pulled Trump down, it wasn't a celebratory thing for him. It wasn't like he was spiking the football. It was almost like, fuck, did I do the right thing? And I think he might have said it on a hot mic somewhere else to somebody, and like, I think he was at not a convention, but
I don't think it was a hot mic. I think he just straight up said that he didn't.
Did he?
Think it was a good thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, because you start to get into it, and I know Elon's been dinged for some shit that he said, and you really do have to decide what is best for freedom of speech and what's best for the platform. Because I look at all these bots and all this shit now that it's on here, right? Every single person I'm now clicking on to see if they're real or fake, usually I can tell, but there's probably 20, 30% of them that I'll never know, whether it's real or fake. I would like to see, me personally, I'd like to see that cleaned up on the back end. And if you're at war with a Russia or whoever, just go ahead and nuke them off the platform or any of those bots that are coming from there and everything else. But I'm assuming that would probably fuck with their stock too in the back end as far as like users go and time on the platform and everything else.
Yeah.
But hopefully something changes with this because Twitter, censorship-wise, is probably the strongest, I would say. And then I would say Facebook at number 2, although it's close. And then everybody else was saying, hey, why doesn't he do the same with Facebook? Facebook is worth way more as a company than Twitter is.
Yeah, quite a bit more.
This is possible for Musk. I don't know that a Facebook is right now, or that you even want to get involved in it. I find less and less people are spending time on Facebook right now, and more on Twitter, it seems, because you can get your news faster. Even this Elon Musk story, that was, when I woke up, that's probably the first source that I check as far as news goes, is Twitter, to find out what the top 20 stories are in the world. I'm going to switch over here to Black Rifle because a bunch of people have hit me up this morning about this. I don't know the answer, so I'm going to ask you. Black Rifle stock is also up 30% today. Do you know why?
I mean, sometimes it's just a rising tide lifts all boats, right? But when you see... what the reason that I think it is because Musk buying a large chunk of Twitter has motivated quite a few people to buy more stock on this side of the aisle.
Okay.
And anytime it's supply and demand, right? So anytime an asset or commodity gets gobbled up like that, the remaining commodity obviously increases in value, right? Like there's nothing worse than stuff sitting on the shelves unsold or people trying to sell and not being able to get the price they want. Those are very bad things for the stock market. When people, when there's a huge chunk of stock and it gets snapped up at a favorable price, then you typically see a swell in the market, and that's what you're seeing right now.
So
Black Rifle is up 29% today.
Yeah, exactly, almost 30. So you and I were at the IPO and the bell ringing and all that stuff. I think it came in at 9.5. I mean, you're up to fucking 28 now with Black Rifle. That's a massive fucking increase. 1, 2. Usually these IPOs take a dip of 30% right off the bat, and then you wait 6-9 months and then get back into the stock.
But most IPOs don't have like a firebrand audience of regular like hundreds of thousands of people who all went out and spent like somewhere between $100 and $1,000 on their stock.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
It's not just about the total amount of stock sold. It's about what increments it was sold in and the dispersion of the stock and stuff like that. There's a lot that goes into evaluating this stuff. It is it's going pretty well.
Yeah, one would say. And the funny thing I find about the media and like even on the investor side is if you think it's just traditional media and you're talking about news and Democrats and Republicans, it's not that. It's also investing where these people just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So this investor place is this publication that all they do is stocks. That's it. There's no politics in it. There's no right-left companies, anything else. 2 weeks ago, it says, wait for the dip before buying Black Rifle coffee stock. Okay, that was 2 weeks ago. 4 days ago, Black Rifle coffee stock is quickly brewing into a solid buy.
Yeah.
What changed your mind? Fuck?
A lot of people in the finance world, Gigi could tell you a lot about this. A lot of people in the finance world write about what they want to have happen and hope that predicts the market. That's why.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fucking haters out there, and there's also so many people that think they've got shit figured out in finance. And to be honest, this isn't the movie fucking Pi. All right, there's no algorithm that will figure out everything that's going on in the market, and anybody that tells you they got it all figured out is a fucking retard. Yeah, that's it.
Ben Franklin says, please PM me the P.O. box. I own a forge up here in Maine. I'll send a Warhammer for the set to replace the one from the backdrop back in the day.
I'm putting it in the chat right now.
Yeah. Give Dan a second. I'll put it in the chat on YouTube. In the meantime, while he does that, I'll do the sponsors. We got ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. March Madness sale. They extended it, I think, a week. 1 week. So you have 1 week to buy a mattress and get 2 free pillows. I can promise you the pillows are just as good as the goddamn mattress itself. And it's a big boy savings. The pillows are a little pricey. Why? Because they last forever. And it would take a goddamn canine dog, from one of those SWAT teams to chew through these fucking things. They're amazing. And they're about 20 degrees cooler than the rest of the room. As always, they got that 40% off bundle package sale up in that bitch. That is the adjustable base and the mattress combined together. Remote control, USB ports, flashlights. You can make the whole fucking bed vibrate. It's amazing. Or if you just want 30% off everything in the entire store, use promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. Put the pillows, the sheets, the mattresses, whatever. Stock up the cart, dude. Get 80 of them if you want. You get 30% off with the promo code Drinkin Bros. And for all of 2022, they got a 60-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. So all the deals I just mentioned are good with that. Walk out of there with a brand new bedroom set for about $25 a month. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Next up, we got buyraycon.com/Drinkin Bros. The headphones, they're back. Everybody steals these goddamn things. This box is empty, full disclosure, in front of me because people steal them. They're gone. I get them shipped to my house. They got these new ones here. These new headphones are fucking amazing. I've never heard of this technology. It's called awareness mode. Mm. What is that exactly?
It's where there's not only is there a speaker on the inside part of the headphone, there's also a microphone on the outside, right?
Okay.
That little thing you see on the outside. Yeah. It's based on military tech, Peltors. If you've worn them, those shooting headphones that have the little microphone right here, that's what it's for. So it has a noise gate.
Yeah.
So you will only hear up to a certain decibel, and then it cancels out the noise. So super loud stuff you won't hear, but you'll still be able to hear the stuff around you. Like people, we could be shooting a gun right now, and we would hear thuds, but I would still be able to hear you talk.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Raycon, dude. Look at that. Son of a bitch. I have got the old model, but I feel like they're always updating their headphones. They're the best way to bring audio to you. These are affordable. These aren't like fucking Beats by Dr. Dre where you're dropping $350 on a set. What are the new, even those new Apples, what are those, $275, Giorgio, for those goddamn things? Those new Apple headphones? Yeah, what is it, $275, somewhere in there?
No, I think they're reduced in price right now. They've been out for about a year and a half right now, so I think you can get them under $200.
Yeah, well, congratulations. You can get Raycon for under $100. So,
wow.
Fuck off! And it lasts longer. The battery life lasts longer. Those wireless ones?
I gotta get some.
It's like 8 hours, dude.
I gotta get some Raycons.
Raycons are bomb, dude. We had some shipped here for everybody, and they're gone.
They go to other people. No,
I know who took them, by the way.
Is there a code that I can get a discount?
There is. There is. You go to buyraycon.com/Drinkin Bros. Save 15% off. But I know who took them, by the way. FTE. That's all I'll say.
Oh,
the old school homies in the YouTube chat. No. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She got it.
Oh wow.
They offer 8 hours of playtime, 32-hour battery life. Nobody beats that. Price just right, half the price of all the others, like we just said. And they've got 48,000 5-star reviews. I wish we had that on iTunes. For Christ's sakes, go and rate the show a 5-star. So right now, Drinkin' Bros listeners can get 15% off their Raycon. Order it buyraycon.com/drinkinbros. That is buyraycon.com/drinkinbros to save 15% off Raycons. Buyraycon.com/drinkinbros. Last but not least, hardafseltzer.com. Let's go, dude. Go get some seltzer, dog. Those 8% really got us this weekend. Man, we got rocked off those 8% this weekend. Child's birthday party, had all the friends over. You guys came over. I appreciate it. Giorgio, Hot Bob.
I got a little rocked off the hard AF.
Sean came over. Nick came over. We
made Sean
appreciate
Kidd
it.
cry.
Oh, did you really?
It was an accident.
It happens.
I kicked him.
Dude, there were so many parents that were like, by the end of the night, everybody was faded. They were like, man, those 8% sneak up on you. And it's the same thing every time. They don't taste like 8%. I'm like, well, that's the whole point. But we want you to get rocked and have a good time. It was fun. We had a good time. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Order a case. Ships to 42 states right to your house. Best in the biz. And we got some new flavors coming out this summer. So get these OG flavors while they last. And we'll be live in states here in the next 2 weeks. And we'll give you all the info as that comes in. D'Anthony. Next up, they said Will Smith was rescued by the Crown Prince of Dubai after the Oscar meltdown.
Well,
what the fuck? What is this?
The Crown Prince of Dubai has a special set of skills.
Apparently.
Will Smith was taken by the devil, according to Denzel Washington. And the Crown Prince of Dubai is the person that saved him from the devil. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I don't care.
I don't either, man.
I'm tired of hearing about this shit.
Same here, but
and I'm tired of hearing about Will Smith. I want to talk about Jada Pinkett and how she is the fucking real asshole in this whole situation.
Oh, yeah. But real quick here, he hasn't been found. So apparently he was flown out after the awards were over the next day by the Crown Prince of Dubai.
Flown out from where? Like from L.A.?
From L.A.
To where?
To there. To the Middle Eastern Kingdom.
So he's what? Fucking on the lam for slapping somebody? It's a fine.
No, it's not that. They don't give a shit about that. It's just to avoid the paparazzi and everything else. So they've got him in hideout over there.
Well, you definitely can't.
What a weird story.
You can't be a journalist in Saudi Arabia because they will murder the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
They just murdered a guy, 2 years ago in 2019?
Khashoggi, dude.
Yeah.
Khashoggi. R.I.P. Khashoggi.
Khashoggi, that bro.
Oof. That audio is still some of the worst I've heard. Put the earphones in. Listen to music. That'll drown out the screaming while we cut his fucking parts off. Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it, dude. Yeah, Khashoggi went down. But that's where he is. So he's over there.
Excuse me.
I guess it's cool, right? You can just go to fucking Dubai and that's it.
I mean, I definitely don't ever want to hear anything about social justice from him again.
Ever.
Right?
Ever. That's exactly what I thought when I read this.
Although I don't know if he's really been big on that anyway. Scientology doesn't get involved in that stuff. They're more about just protecting their investments more than anything else. So
that's where he's hiding out. They're calling him a good-looking 39-year-old entrepreneur. Is anybody from Dubai? He's all right looking. I'm looking at him right now.
I thought you meant an entrepreneur. No, they're just rich.
Yeah.
They're not entrepreneurs. That's stupid.
But movies are already being dropped, that I am surprised about with Will Smith, that some movies are getting dropped. Because he's still such a global box office presence.
When you say dropped, you mean they're not going to make the movie now?
Correct. So there's 2 studios have shelved 2 of his movies.
Which movies?
I forget.
Because he had one.
Well, the one with Apple is done. So that's in the can. There was 2 that were about to be shot.
What's the one with Apple?
Those. That's the slave movie. It's called Abolition.
Oh, so the one with Michael B. Jordan isn't going down?
It doesn't appear so right now, no. And that, for Hollywood, dude, usually they don't really give a fuck where it's just
that's 2 of your fucking cash cows right there.
No.
That's weird.
But Michael B. Jordan's got endless offers, and he's universally known as a great guy. I mean, so was Will Smith before this shit happened. But so they don't. He's fine.
It was hard to. It was hard to believe Michael B. Jordan as a villain in Black Panther, to be honest.
Yeah.
That was rough. I didn't believe any of that.
I agree. I like the movie too.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
He's a great actor and shit, but he's always been such a nice dude. It's hard to believe. Maybe it's just I know him as Wallace from The Wire. It's like an unassuming kid that's got some problems, but all the other stuff he's acted in as well. He's and just hearing about him as a person, it's hard to believe him as a villain.
Yeah.
And that's the way they fucking put him into the Marvel Cinematic Universe is as a villain. Michael B. Jordan, one of the top billing actors that exists.
Yeah.
That seems like a mistake to me.
Now, this other guy today, they're calling a villain here, but I'm going to go ahead and say hero. And, Bob, I'm going to need you to pull this up. There was a Southwest passenger who got arrested for masturbating 4 times during a flight.
What was it, the 4th time they did it?
That's what I
You get one.
You get one? Is that the rules?
2 international.
Okay.
Otherwise, the line for the bathroom gets too long.
Wait, was he jerking off in the bathroom or jerking off at his seat?
We'll find out.
There's nothing, again, there's no law against jerking off in a fucking bathroom.
So the guy's name, try to pull up this guy's pic. Let's see a picture of him. His name is Antonio Sherrod, and that's 2 R's and 2 D's in Sherrod, in case you were.
Yeah, Antonio Sherrod McGarity.
McGarity. We got a picture of this guy?
Let me look.
Sounds like a cracker name to be
I'm
honest.
not seeing a picture
Sherrod,
yet.
kind of, that'll send me the other way, I think.
No, what are you talking about?
Sherrod makes me go black. I think it's black.
Sherrod Brown, U.S. Senator for the last 90 years, is definitely not black.
He's white?
Yes, very white.
But it's Sherrod spelled like this?
Yes, exactly like this.
S-H-E?
He's the only other dude named Sherrod I've ever heard of.
Okay. What do we got, Bob?
I'm not seeing a mugshot yet.
What do we just type in Antonio
I did.
Sherrod McCarty? Do we have anything on him?
No, I went
Facebook?
straight to Google Images.
No Facebook? No.
I'll try to find a Facebook.
No IG for Sherrod, dude? For Antonio Sherrod? So he claims he didn't do anything wrong. In fact, he thought it was kind of kinky, is what it says.
I mean, this looks like it's what does it say what his job is? Because this guy's a superintendent of a construction.
So he was flying from Seattle to Phoenix. Is he from Seattle?
I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to look at his LinkedIn page.
He's facing federal charges for pulling down his pants and masturbating 4 times in front of a female passenger.
Yeah, now that's
beginning shortly after takeoff. That makes sense because look, to get in a 4th jerk, you got to start immediately, and that's a 3-hour flight.
Yeah, well, that's he Louis C.K'd her.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're going to jail, bitch, on a fucking plane. Of all, like, I thought it was kinky. That's his response.
Oof,
That's stupid.
and it was a complaint. Like, so you let him do it 4 times? I mean, he actually got through 4 rounds. 4 rounds on a 3-hour flight is.
I mean, maybe
really
he's
tough.
quick.
Maybe she meant like 4 pumps.
No.
Now it says 4 times.
I mean, who is count? Like, if some dude whips his cock out and starts fucking stroking it, are you counting the strokes? And once he gets to 4, you're like, no, I'm done with this.
So here's where shit gets really interesting. It says McGarity was seated in seat 11F, and the female passenger was in 11E. So, I mean, you're in the middle of it's not like you're in the last row. So you're not by yourself. You know, maybe it's an empty flight or whatever. You're 11 rows deep, so you're right there in the heart of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if are we. We're not making excuses for this guy, right?
No,
Okay,
not
good.
at all.
Yeah, in that case, she shouldn't have been standing there.
Well, here's the other thing. So it says the female passenger seated next to him noticed the lewd behavior. She began taking pictures of him. And then when he fell asleep after masturbating for roughly an hour, Jesus Christ.
So,
She told a crew member after an hour.
I mean, kudos to the lady for suffering a fool, I guess. I mean, that's,
Why let him go for an hour, though?
I don't know. Maybe she was just waiting to see what happened. Oof. Like maybe it was a magic trick. Maybe a bunch of snakes were going to fly out or something. Not real snakes, or confetti or something.
In a way, that did happen.
Yeah, well, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. That's very bizarre.
Wait, this gets even more bizarre here. It says on 4 separate occasions, so she talks to the cops afterwards, he was using both his left and right hands.
Ambidextrous.
Fuck, I can't do that.
No, it's called
I
the
can't
stranger.
go lefty. I can't go lefty at all. McGarity, the guy, advised, he asked the female witness if she minded if he masturbates.
And
So now we're getting real
What
Louis
was her
CK on
response
it.
to that?
Apparently her response was, she put her hands up in the air and says, it doesn't really matter.
What?
Yeah, that's what her response was.
Doesn't
Well,
really matter.
What is
According to McGarity. So take everything the public masturbator says with a grain of
Wait,
salt.
that's what he said?
That's what he said.
That's what he
she
said. Yeah, that's what he said,
And-
she said. And then Then he said
I'm assuming her response to that question was different.
he thought it was kind of kinky because he believed the female was comfortable with him masturbating. So,
Catch a wrong signal, you know.
yeah,
You were hitting it off earlier.
get your wrong sig on that beep, dude, and it's just boom. You're 4 deep. in a quick masturbation sesh.
If you're out there and you're thinking about whipping your cock out in public and pounding off in front of a stranger, don't.
Yeah.
And if someone later tells you about that story or claims they did it for a different reason, just know that a public masturbator is generally an unreliable narrator as well.
Yeah, I don't know what Pee Wee Herman's spiel was in court, but I doubt it was they were asking for it. I mean, but he was in like a porno theater pounding off, right?
Yep.
And he got scooped up with a bunch of other people.
Correct, yeah.
That isn't victimless crime.
That's what I say.
Like if you get off on the thrill of pounding off around other people and everybody in the room are other people who get off on that as well, and there's porn on the screen, and the person who owns the establishment knows the deal, what crime is being committed exactly?
And why would you, if you're a cop, why would you want to go in and check that out?
And like accidentally, like the rows are going down.
Oh, yeah.
And you slip on the wrong puddle, and it's over for you. Like if I slip on cum and it's all over me, I'm gonna pull out my service weapon and blow my fucking brains out right there.
Do you kill him first and then yourself?
No, because he didn't do anything wrong.
I thought the whole point of this. I'm confused. Like, I thought that's what's supposed to happen there.
I've never understood it. I've never understood like porn theaters. They don't exist anymore, pretty much.
Drive through Missouri.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It doesn't shock me. That's your.
I mean, they have
There's
like
one
the
right
porn.
off, 35.
Yeah.
By, like,
Here?
Slaughter.
It's a porn video store, but in the back they have like
Peep shows.
fucking booths.
Yeah,
well, it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
a peep show.
It's
They
a
just-
megaplex.
Yeah, they play porn on the thing, and then you.
Yeah, you jack off.
Wait, can you buy yours and then they have them put it on for you?
I don't know if they allow you to rent the videos or not.
Well, I'm assuming you had to buy it because once you
Yeah.
do it one time, you probably don't want
Double dip on those profits too.
Well, if it's a digital file though, they're just throwing it up on the screen, and you never actually make physical contact with the content. You know what I mean? So
Well,
it's not like a DVD or something.
I thought that's the whole point of like browsing the DVDs was waiting for that guy who had gone in before you to leave to know it's clear to go in.
That I don't know. I've watched quite a bit of research on this, and I'm still not sure how it works.
Yeah,
When did you do a show from a theater?
I'm down. Just leave it on in the background on Patreon. Just whatever's going on.
I mean, how can we not
I know.
go live
At this
from a
point-
jerk-off theater?
Hey, we've gone live from a strip club.
You've gone live from 2 people fucking.
Yeah. 2 people fucking. We've gone live from Buck's Wild Strip Club in Houston. And people were fucking right in front of us there.
Yeah.
Somebody said the Mile High Club. I don't think that qualifies. I would be more interested.
And it's very illegal.
I'd be more interested in the Mile Wide Club. Like, how many people have fucked at the Grand Canyon? Ooh. Like at the bottom near at that spot where it's a mile wide. Mile Wide Club.
That's a great spot to fuck.
Yeah. Probably, I guess, if you count all through history, tens of thousands of people, I imagine.
I don't know, man. Do you think native folks would have gone down there? It's kind of hard to get in and out of that place.
Think about it this way. That area has been settled by humanity for about 13 to 20,000 years. Mm. So, I mean, that's a lot of fucking.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess we need to roll the tape.
What's your number on that? I'm with Bob. I think it's tens of thousands of people have fucked down there.
I'm talking, have you been to the Grand Canyon? Mm-hmm. There's a trail down through
I know exactly.
the
And you can take a donkey.
Yeah.
They have a donkey tour.
You can walk down.
You can walk it or you can take a donkey.
I don't know. I don't know why you would go to the bottom to fuck. Like, it would be better to fuck from one of the cliffs.
Get the view?
Yeah.
Looking out over it?
From behind on an old railing.
Oh, yeah.
Just make sure there's no scorpions around. You're
exactly.
Good.
Why would the scorpions come into play?
You don't get stung while you're
stung while you're fucking. Yeah, unless that's part of the fetish.
I don't think that's even a thing. Are there scorpions at the Grand Canyon?
Oh, yeah.
It's Arizona.
It's Arizona. There's tons of scorpions. Scorpions here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean... how often do you run into these things? Maybe you've got a scorpion problem at your house.
So day one of Texas, when we moved into that house, there was a fucking scorpion in there. And I killed it. And I was like, what the fuck? Is this real life? Inside of a house?
If you have a dog, too, you'll usually find your dog kind of fucking around with the scorpion.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know.
I don't either.
They don't know what it is. The last scorpion I killed in my house, I was just like, what the fuck is my dog doing? And I went up and I was like, dude, it was a miracle he didn't get fucking stung on the face. Like, he was just right up in that thing's business.
If the scorpion's large, just let the dog go at it, because large scorpions aren't particularly venomous. And your dog will learn a lesson to not fuck with things that look like that. A scorpion looks like a weapon made by nature. Why the fuck would you just go up and like, hey, what's this?
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah.
Like
Because
if you went back to caveman times and built a fucking gun and just threw it on the ground and they discovered it, they would know that something was up. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a fucking crutch. This is something that can hurt people. And a scorpion is obviously a fucking weapon designed by people. And dogs need to learn.
Yeah, dogs need to fucking learn. But it freaked me the fuck out because I get young kids. So do you, Bob. And all they do is roll around the ground. And you're like, oh, Christ, dude, is this something I need to be concerned with? Fucking scorpion inside my
Not
house?
really. They're not that. Even the smaller ones, which are more venomous, are not that venomous. Unless you go into anaphylactic shock from peanuts or bees or something, or ants. I mean,
Right.
if you're allergic to ants,
Okay.
you're allergic to that type of venom as well, but it's not that bad.
The advice I got from my aunt and uncle when I first moved here, and I stayed out at their house for the first 6 months, and they're out in Spicewood, so that's like fucking bug country. They were like, "Yeah, you know, if you get stung by one, don't freak out or anything. Like, go to the ER, but don't freak out or anything."
Really?
Yeah,
Shit.
they're like, "It'd be
Well,
fu-
just in case you're allergic to it.
Yeah.
You don't know. I mean, it's not like people, it's not like, well, have you guys all been stung by a bee at some point in your life?
Yeah.
Most human beings have, right?
Yeah.
I doubt you could say the same for scorpion bites or stings or whatever.
True. I've never been zapped by a scorpion.
No, me either.
Yeah.
No.
If you watch that new Jackass Forever, though, there's a girl who they put it right on her lip and they let it sting her over and over and over again.
There's a
Gnarly.
nacho, what the fuck is the name of that bar in Vegas?
Oh shit! Damn it, man! I've had nachos there numerous times.
Nacho Daddy.
That's it,
That's the
Nacho
name of that
Daddy.
place. They have shots with scorpions in them.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
right.
it's like
That's
little
right.
dead scorpion. They're
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
They're not alive or anything. But man, me and Edwin Parnell, from
Uh-huh.
Black Rifle,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
master roaster, we got me, him, and Conan. We blacked out so hard there one night. Just scorpion shot after scorpion shot. I vomited. That's the last time I vomited from booze.
here is this little bastard. Fuck that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Fuck
We
that.
we must
dude.
have had. And it's
Did you drink the? So you drink the scorpion?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a tequila shot with scorpion in it. Or I think they have it in Fireball and shit like that too. But we were drinking tequila.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it was
dude.
really. I will never do that again. For sure.
There's a rumor, by the way, if that sex doll show he did. There was a rumor that Edwin was the one that fucked that sex doll.
I don't know if he fucked it or not, but he drove around with it in the passenger seat of his fucking FJ Cruiser for like 6 months.
Yeah, just cruising through
Just because he's
the
a fucking,
Hova
he
lane.
likes doing weird shit. I'm sure he probably fucked it, but he just like he would pull up and he has an air horn on it, like a fucking
real one?
a real air horn on his FJ Cruiser, and he'll just pull up next to people in traffic, whoa, as loud as shit, and then just a fucking wall-eyed sex doll sitting in the passenger seat. And that
great.
is, I mean, I understand it. That brought a lot of joy to his life, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He likes doing weird shit, so
Yeah.
I don't blame him for that.
Why not? President Biden over the weekend said that Fox News owner and media magnate Rupert Murdoch is the most dangerous man in the world.
Yeah, I think maybe Soros or Klaus Schwab would have something to say about that.
I agree.
or maybe,
To my knowledge, Murdoch just owns Fox, right?
yeah, and I don't think he really controls the programming over there.
He's old as
he's like
shit.
6,000 years old.
Yeah. Is he still? I didn't know he was still alive. I thought his son might have.
He's 91.
He's 91. Did his son take over? I think his son took over now. So this doesn't really make
Yeah.
any sense.
I don't know. I think something like ABC News broke a story this morning that Hunter Biden is living in a luxury condo in Malibu, $30,000 a month that the federal government is paying to rent that place.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
No, it doesn't make
No,
sense.
no. I mean, that price tag for Malibu. There's some high luxury fucking places in Malibu that are, yeah, they're all about 30. You can go as high as 50K a month. So, I mean,
Honestly, if you could just get him to stay in one place, it'll probably saving the government money in some ways.
Probably, yeah. But they have to be within a certain distance of him. So his is $20,000 a month, and theirs is like the Secret Service is $30,000 a month for another property next to his.
holy
basically.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
And what is he doing? Just hiding out there?
Smoking crack, probably.
Because I mean, there's no.
What else would he be doing? He's a fucking crackhead.
Yeah, and
That's
out
what
in
they do.
Malibu, like even if you were taking business meetings in LA, it's too far of a fucking drive.
Yeah.
And with secret security, to cut through all that traffic would be a mess.
Isn't that where the rehab place is?
It is, but
Passages is what
I
I
was
was
gonna
referring
say,
to. We're going to
dude.
give them a quick plug real quick. Shout out to Passages.
You know Passages?
I mean, they helped me a few times in my life.
I don't believe in that bullshit.
Really?
Well, you know, I met my first old lady there.
Shut the fuck up. At Passages?
Yeah, she was a little counselor at Passages. I had to go there.
Were you in rehab?
Well, because of my drug charges in Colombia, they would only allow me to go to like specialty rehab programs outside of the state. Like if I needed to like leave or anything because I was in drug court.
Really?
Yeah, for anyone thinking that Giorgio's cool, he means Columbia, Missouri, not
Yeah.
Colombia. He didn't get
Right? Yeah, no, I was not international drug trafficking, no. But they released me to go to Passages, and I met a fine lady there.
That's expensive as shit. Does
Yeah, she
insurance pick that up?
No, she paid for it.
The woman did?
No, I'm kidding. No.
Oh, fuck. Because dude, Passages, and correct me if I'm wrong, and this is just some Hollywood shit, like, I think it's $1,000 a day, 30 a month, right?
Yeah, of course I couldn't afford to fucking go to Passages or us. I'm kidding.
Oh, you didn't go to Passages?
No, I'm not that
Oh,
rich.
god damn it, dude. I was like, are you fucking for real, dude? Like, 'cause I always assume there's another life going on.
Right.
And so it wouldn't surprise me.
If someone like sponsored me to go to Passages,
Yeah, I think you'd do it just to do it, just to be out in Malibu.
I was like, give me the money instead.
Beautiful views. Beautiful views out there. No, if he was in rehab, we would know it. Like, that's too big of a story. There's no way the media wouldn't have that fucking story.
Maybe they shut down the fucking laptop story for a long time.
They did, but now that is back in full swing. And I'm even seeing, like, the New York Times wrote an article over the weekend about it. So that thing's starting to gain steam. And the DOJ, which is involved now, I mean, you know, your dad's president. He could nuke it or try to, I guess, right? So why aren't they?
Maybe. I mean, Nixon tried that shit, right? He tried to have the Attorney General nuke out the investigation into him, but they kept quitting until he found one that would, and then finally it came out publicly and he resigned. But so yeah, people tried it before, and I believe Trump did something similar, tried to get people to stop investigations, and they told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
It's just bad press. Like if it leaks as it did with Trump, that you even try to do that, then it would be bad. There's a thing I saw this morning on Twitter. I haven't been able to verify it because it's on some fucking wackaloon website, but it's text messages from Hunter Biden to his sister saying that he has to give 50% of his money to his dad or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's a super bizarre conversation, and
How did the text messages leak?
that is a good question. So the text was first discussed on air prior to the 2020 election, and now the story is that it's been verified. So it's a text conversation between Hunter and his daughter Naomi, not his sister, who is the president's granddaughter. A copy of the text from December 26, 2018 has been provided to Becker News. I'm not familiar with that organization.
I'm not either. Can you pop that up, Becker News?
Here's the text, though. It says, "I love all of you." This is from Hunter to his daughter, "but I don't receive any respect, and that's fine, I guess. It works for you, apparently. I hope you all can do what I did and pay for everything for this entire family for 30 years. And there's misspellings that they've corrected in here with a sick in brackets,
Okay.
which makes me think it might be real. It's really hard, Hunter continues, but don't worry, unlike Pop, I won't make you give me half your salary, Pop being his father. Now, I don't know. Giuliani has talked about this. Martha McCallum has talked about this on Fox, but I mean,
Put that on the screen there, Bob.
I can't verify the authenticity of any of this shit. Who knows? But it seems like just the smell test. It seems real. You know what I mean? Just from like having and maybe that was done on purpose, having the misspelling in there and all that shit.
And I'm looking at it now. Isn't this how Messenger pops up on Apple? Because this doesn't look like it came from a screenshot of a...
Yeah, that's from a MacBook.
Yeah.
That's a screenshot from MacBook.
And are they saying this is from his laptop?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it would make sense.
So I guess, I mean, look, we don't know if that's real or not. The most likely answer is that the big guy is Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. And now we've got some questions. You know what I mean?
DOJ's got a lot of questions.
Well, they can't find the fucking laptop, so I'm not sure what their questions are going to be. But, a lot of this stuff is already leaked. I don't know. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, all the stuff they said that Trump was up to, they've been doing for years now. I've actually got, hold on. Let me see about this. This is a fucking...
You got some insider info?
Well, no, this is a poll from March 4th through the 6th of 2018 from YouGov.com, which is not a fucking right-leaning organization.
Right.
When asked the question, do you think the following statements are true or not? Russia hacked the email of Democrats in order to increase the chance that Donald Trump would win the presidential election. 73% of Republicans said no. 83% of Democrats said yes. Russia created and spread fake news stories to help Trump win. 71% of Republicans said no. 82% of Democrats said yes. Here's the big one. Russia tampered with vote tallies as in voting machines, in order to get Donald Trump elected. 83% of Republicans said no. 66% of Democrats said yes. 2/3 of Democrats were pushing the narrative, and the only reason they were is because all of their leadership was saying it over and over and over again. All these things that people have been saying since November of 2020, the Democrats started this shit. 2/3 of their fucking followers believed that Russia hacked voting machines and said so in public, that they believe that. And then 2020 comes along, everybody gets banned from everything, right? And then 400 retards trespass at the White House, or I'm sorry, at the Capitol, and all of a sudden this is like the biggest news story of all time. And the Democrats are like, oh, you're trying to fucking ruin democracy. Like, you kidding me? You guys are the one that made the blueprint for this shit. It's very bizarre to me.
I remember when that happened. It was Russia all summer leading up to that 2016 election.
Yeah, it's very, very bizarre that people have completely memory hold this entire fucking thing. And to be honest, people ask these questions a lot. Why does the government or the establishment or globalists continually try to do this or that? Like, oh, there's no global or new world order. There's no fucking, the WF isn't up to anything and blah, blah, blah. Why would they even do that? Here's why. To make you question your own eyes and ears. To make you question reality. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. That's a line from 1984 by George Orwell. I'm going to read that again. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. Reject the idea that Hillary Clinton used money from the DNC to pay a foreign agent to fabricate information about a candidate for the United States of America. Forget about the fact that once that dossier was fabricated, the sitting president, Barack Obama, used it, weaponized it through the Department of Justice and the NSA to spy on the campaign, to spy on Trump after he had won the election. And that spying continued even after Trump took office. Forget about all this treason committed. Forget about the fact that there have been 2 goddamn genders for the entirety of human history, with some very minor, and when these aberrations do happen, it's a problem. You know what I mean? It's not something to fucking convince people to do just because they feel like it. Forget about all this shit. Do what we tell you. And the absurdity of the requests from the government, from establishment elites, the absurdity of the request is commensurate with how fucking dumb they think you are and how much they know they have you. So Eric Adams in New York City passing this fucking bill to keep 2 to 4-year-olds masked now. Absolutely fucking insane. There's no science to support this. They are the least likely to have problems with this, and nobody else is wearing fucking masks anymore.
Where is this at?
New York City.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's still going on, huh?
Yeah.
I'm still shocked when I see it.
These people are pieces of shit. They are trying, it's not about what's right or wrong or what's even real or not real. The more fucking crazy bullshit they can get you to believe, the more they have you, because people, it's really hard for somebody to wake up and say, fuck, I've been getting duped. This whole fucking, I'm an idiot. It's hard for people to say they're stupid or that they've been wrong or that they've fucked up. And that's what's happened on both sides of the aisle, more so on the left, especially lately, but on both sides. And nobody will fight harder to preserve a lie than people who wasted their entire lives believing it. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
And that's where we are right now.
And then the other place we're at, too, is when a big deal like this Elon Musk thing happens, right, with Twitter, there's immediately articles that come out saying how fucking crazy he is and shit like that. I'm reading one in The Sun, and it's like, man, why this has become a story, I have no idea, or if this is even real. But it says Musk marked the opening of Tesla's new Gigafactory located in Berlin last week, and then they saw him at the Kit Kat Club on Friday before he went to other venues doing a sex club crawl, which is amazing. And if that's a real fucking thing in this world that I missed out on in this life before I got married, I'm going to be super pissed off about it. But it's a fetishist club. I've never heard that phrase before. And I always look at Giorgio when I hear weird shit like this, fetishist club. And he's maybe on another planet right now or listening to some form of soccer back there.
Elon Musk is doing side quests in life right now.
You said that was published by The Sun?
Yeah.
That's a Rupert Murdoch paper?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The U.S. Sun is?
Yeah, The Sun, all The Sun newspapers.
Yeah.
He owns everything.
That's crazy, dude.
Elon Musk is on side quests in life now. He's done everything.
Well,
Now-
he's single, so who gives a shit?
Yeah,
even
he-
if this is true.
He's
but-
trying to get to fucking Mars.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
he doesn't give a shit about any of this. So, I mean, to Elon Musk, that's probably like driving slow by a fucking 20-car pileup on the highway, just looking at shit. To be honest,
Here's where this gets
like, what the fuck else are you gonna do when you're that rich?
Here's where this gets weirder: is that he was spotted in disguise wearing a Zorro mask inside the club. There.
Well, I mean, it's eyes wide shut.
Oh man, is it weird that I fucking love this shit? Like, why not? If you're that rich and you're just doing fucked up shit, like,
Yeah, why not?
Hey, it's legal. It's a legal sex club. It wasn't like it was, not above board here.
It was in Germany too, so he should probably wash his hands. I mean, there's poop everywhere over there.
Yeah, a lot of
like-
scat porn.
Yeah, they like to shit on each other.
There's a club called Berghain that's world famous. I've never been there, so I don't know. But they're saying that he was denied into that because he was too fucked up or whatever. Good on him, dude. If he's opened up gigafactories around the world for electric cars and all that shit, like let him have sex with whores.
Never forget, he cucked Johnny Depp.
That's right.
He had
cucked Johnny Depp.
He had a three-way with Amber Heard and Cara Delevingne.
Yeah,
I don't even know who that second person is.
she's a supermodel.
Yeah.
Super, super hot. So good for him. But man, dude.
Oh, she's the woman that played the witch or whatever from
Yep.
Suicide Squad?
Yep.
I still don't know who she is. That's the only thing I've ever seen her in.
I would argue she's not super hot.
No.
Who?
Cara Delevingne.
I mean, she
Pull
looks.
her up. Let's ask the audience.
She's super
She
attractive.
looks like a supermodel, so she's got like super sharp features that aren't going to age well unless she continues to add filler.
Have you seen her mom? Her mom's like 90 and still hot.
She looks too much like my friend Boosh that I just can't. Yeah, her face is just Boosh.
Did you fuck Bush?
I didn't fuck Boosh. I'm saying like.
Yeah, but you could if you wanted to.
Pull her up. Let's ask the audience here who's watching on YouTube right now. Let's see smash or pass here on this chick. Bob, find a good one too. Don't fuck us on
Yeah,
this
this one's
picture.
great.
There
Yeah,
you
but
go.
like I need a photo of the face.
I need a profile of the face. 'cause
We'll
then you
zoom
can-
in. Look, all right, zoom in on the face. What's wrong with the face?
It just looks like my friend Boosh. I can't fuck that.
Well, that's fine, but that is a
Your
you problem. Yeah,
I
that
know
is not
Bush too, and I would happily do this. I also know him.
Clip that and send it to his wife.
Clip that and send it to Bush.
Send it to Bush, dude. Let Bush know.
And we won't get into the weeds on this guy, but Bush wouldn't care.
Look at that. You're
Wait,
saying
he wouldn't
no?
care if you fucked him?
He wouldn't care if I was like, I don't care if she looks like Bush.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be like, dude, cool.
Good for Elon. God, his fucking list. We should have a show, too, of like the heavy hitters one day, where we just go down people's celebrity rosters. Jeter's up there. Elon Musk is now in this conversation.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt's been doing some weird ones lately. Do you know the girl from Arrested Development? Played the youngest
Aaliyah
one.
Shawkat.
Yes.
I don't think that was that. I don't think they banged.
That was that.
All right.
Yes, she said it was that.
Maybe he was a big fan of the court stenographer she played in the league for a 1-episode arc.
Yeah, she's one of those weird ones though. That's a cool one.
You're talking about maybe Funke?
Yeah. Pop up a pic of maybe.
She is not attractive.
She's got huge tits. Huge tits.
So did Harvey fucking Weinstein, dude. That doesn't make you hot.
But don't you always find or try to find a redeeming quality where you're like, all right, yeah, sure. Like that would have been a possibility.
No.
Drunk at a party. Yeah, that's a great pick, Bob. Pop that one up. Let's let the audience decide again.
That picture's from like 30 years ago.
No, it's from Mr. Robot premiere. It's from this decade.
Yeah, it's 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Good to go. Good to go on her. Pan down. Yeah, get the one in the crop top down there. And I don't know what they're doing with with Willie on AT&T. Who?
Brad Pitt. As far as women goes.
Yeah.
Once you just go through all the supermodels, you just want to.
He's also sober now too, and that's when you really start to venture off because you're just so fucking bored with life. Where you're all right, great. What do we do?
I don't trust sobriety.
I don't either. But maybe put that picture up. Is that her too? Yeah. In the black and white?
That's a fucking Instagram picture. That's like an angled picture.
Is that a yes, no, or a maybe?
Play a fucking video of her, and you can see what her. I mean, look, she's a funny actress. So.
Let's go around the horn real quick. Yes or no on maybe.
Yeah, I'm no maybe on maybe. I'll go yes.
I'll go yes. What do you got, Giorgio? Let's go. Your standards aren't that fucking high. Shut the fuck up, dude.
I'm gonna go no.
Yeah, of all the people that could have paused and taken time,
it wasn't you. Yeah.
Looks like a literal girlfriend of his.
It's just not believable.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It looks like a
hypothetical girlfriend for you.
No, I like him to keep it tight.
Delco, what do you got?
No.
No, huh? All right. You're a no too, Dan?
Maybe when she was on Arrested Development.
Why not now?
That's a pedophile joke. Is anybody going to get it? She was a child then.
I don't think she was. I think she was 18.
No.
Yeah?
Nope.
I think she was above board on that one.
I'm not even sure she's 18 now.
She's 30-something now, dude.
She was never of age on Arrested Development.
No.
I don't know, maybe on the reboot
Really?
she was, but yeah, not on the original.
She's 32 now.
She's 32 now? When was Arrested Development off?
Arrested Development ended in like 06.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I guess my wife always watches the reboot still, which I didn't enjoy. Did you like the reboot? I didn't like the reboot.
No, not really.
Me neither. She always watches it, and I'm like, all right, cool, man. Because they all look, even Michael Cera. He's older now, too.
Yeah, he looks weird.
Looks weird. When you look like a child most of your life and then you grow up, it's a hard transition.
Yeah, he's got a beard now, which I guess helps a little bit.
He can grow a fucking beard? I can't grow a beard.
Yeah, Michael Rappaport
God damn it.
posted something on his Instagram story. I think it looked like they were going to Catalina or some shit. Like they were on some weird island-looking thing, and he was like, hey, this is my favorite guy. He was in Napoleon Dynamite, but he had a full beard. I mean, not a full beard. It was like this. It was like about an inch and a half.
That's
thick.
fine. I can't grow that on the side. So
yeah.
Shit. Oh, there he is. Yeah, pop that up. I think he looks better with it. If you have a child face, you've got to cover it up somehow when you get to be an adult. He's got to be, 35, 37 now?
He should get some Hims and rub it on his face.
Yeah, right now he looks like he should work at a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Or a Starbucks.
He's 33.
He's 33. Okay, yeah.
Oh, he's about to be Jesus.
He's about to. But that's what you do. You grow a beard and you look a little older. Like Giorgio, I can't remember what you looked like without your beard. And Dan, I've never seen him without it.
You never will.
No.
Only one. Delco was the only one man enough to shave it.
Yeah, he was the only one.
And now he's got a massive beard.
It's huge. People are impressed by it. There's a lot of comments by your beard. Congratulations.
That's something I didn't account for. People will just approach me at bars and just be like, "You have a good beard."
Yeah.
I just didn't factor that in.
It's a nice dude on dude plug where you're like, "Hey man, I appreciate that."
You
beard.
should say that your eyes are up here.
Yeah. Quit staring at my fucking beard, man. I'm a person. I'm not a piece of meat, motherfucker. And then you got to say it in a thick Southern accent like that. That goes a long way. Goes a real long way. We got Drinkin' Bros Sports here in about 30 minutes on Drinkin' Bros Sports channel on YouTube. We're going to give our final picks for tonight for the championship game brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles your deposit over there. That Duke-UNC game lived up to the hype. That was a fun one. And we get to re-pick now I think you called it though. You had both teams, right? Yeah. And so did you, Delco, right?
Yeah.
Me and Bob had Duke. Me and Bob had Duke. It was close. We'll go through the picks over there, and then in the meantime, the Drinkin' Bro of the week is a young gentleman by the name of Ty. I'm guessing if he's young. I don't know what he looks like. And here's why: is we were talking about needing some citric acid the other day, and he hit me up. He's a Drinkin' Bro listener, and he goes, "Dude, our company does it, man. I'll help you out with the citric acid." I was like, "Fuck yeah, man!" Got over the quotes. They were cheaper than everybody else's, and they're going to ship that on down to Murfreesboro, where the brewery is. So Ty Smith is his name, and he's saying he would nominate his buddy Danny for DB of the week. He's also been a day one listener with me since high school.
Oh, wow.
These are fucking old school homies, dude, from high school. He's in the Army, and he's getting ready for Special Forces selection later this year. He's a good dude, and he catches just about every single show when he can. Cheers. Cheers. Thanks to Ty Smith and his buddy Danny. I'm assuming you can't give his last name because what he's doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how does that work? You're just not allowed at all? Are they worried about your family or something?
Yeah.
It is? Okay. All right. Shout out to Danny and good luck. What's that process like, the Special Forces selection?
Selection is, I think, still 3 weeks of just suck.
It's just awful.
Yeah, there's a lot of PT, some other stuff. You can look it up on the internet. SFAS, Special Forces Assessment Selection. They just fucking they just see who's going to quit before they let you go to the expensive school SFQ course, which is like a series of 5 or 6 schools, depending on when you go through and what you do and stuff.
Damn, dude. Best of luck. Best of luck, my man. And Ty, dude, we appreciate it. For real, man. Fun show today. A lot of weird shit going on in the world. It's going to get a lot weirder, too. I'm amped about this week. We got some people popping in. There's also some people popping in. Nick, look up the people on the roster for Moon Tower, and we'll make a list of that as well. We've been hit up a bunch about all the comedians that are coming into town for Moon Tower. I guess it's like a 10-day comics festival here in Austin, 10 or 11 days. It's a long fucking time. Have you guys been to Moon Tower?
No, but Jake, our co-host on Softcore History, works for them now. So
For Moon Tower?
yeah,
No shit.
comedy festival.
That's dope. What is he doing there?
I believe like just ad partnerships.
The
get-
fluffer.
Yeah, it's like the biggest comedians in the world are going to that goddamn thing.
Yeah. And if you're bored at home tonight, new episode of Get Fucked is coming out on Patreon.
Yeah.
Tonight,
Yeah,
episode
so
What
the-
time? What time?
8.
8
So
o'clock tonight?
this episode, Brittany and myself and Joel Brittany and I are really high, and we watch Kindergarten Cop.
And you guys talk. Is Kindergarten Cop playing in the background?
We didn't. I mean, if you wanted to, you could put it PIP since it's on there, but there's no point.
No, we just uploaded it.
We what we do is, and you can watch Kindergarten Cop is streaming. So what I would recommend doing is putting it on and figuring out where we sync it up. If you listen to the first few minutes of the show, we sync up.
Yeah.
And then just let it, because we never pause or anything. So you just let it play and watch along as we're commenting and doing dumb shit.
That's great. What time's that coming out tonight?
Technically, 6:59 Central Time.
All right. It's Drinkin' Bros Podcast Patreon. Go there. We put a bunch of weird shit up there. Jack's been doing some weird shows too lately.
Yeah, him and Joel have been really hanging out late together.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also an Econoblast tonight with Josh Barnett, the UFC dude that was on.
Oh, he's just on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Looking forward to that. I think I heard a rumor that they recorded for like 4 hours.
It was over 3.
Was it really?
Yeah.
And then they drank and talked for another hour afterwards.
Yeah, and then they fucked.
And they fucked
Hard.
in the rain. Yeah.
That would be a good book, and then they fucked. And it's just about a story.
dot, dot.
That's better than How I Met Your Mother.
A lot better. A lot better. Again, How I Met Your Father now on Hulu. Yeah.
I mean, How I Met Your Father, he kept sending me dick pics until I finally... Actually, How I Met Your Father would be a good... Did Johnny Cash ever have a kid with the... What's her nuts?
With June?
June Carter?
I don't think so.
If they had a kid, that would be an interesting story. So basically what happened was this dude did meth and drank himself to death while stalking me for 10 years until I finally said okay. That's the story of Johnny Cash.
Well, here's the weirder part about this. You know, she died first. And she was clean living, like
Yeah.
on the up and up. And she died first. And then he died, what was it, less than a year afterwards? And that's usually how it is
Yeah.
at that age. But he lived a long fucking life.
He definitely did not want to be
For all the fucked up shit he
alive
was doing.
without her.
No.
John Carter Cash. That's their son. So that's
John Carter Cash.
He
Okay.
should do a fucking documentary.
Yeah, yeah. I think he did actually.
Yeah, but I doubt it was themed the way I would have done it. The Man in Black. He was the first emo artist.
Yeah.
Which is, good or bad, depending on how you feel about emo, I guess. But I don't mind it.
He's great. People still rip off his voice to this day. I was watching American Idol with my kids the other night, and there was a guy that came on and did a spot-on impression. I was like, what are you hoping to do with that? Johnny Cash is one of the most famous artists on the planet. Like, you can't have the same voice as Johnny Cash.
Move to Vegas.
I guess.
At some point, somebody's going to replace the Elvis impersonator trope, right? Like, at some point during our lifetime, it'll be the case that no one is alive anymore that was alive when Elvis was alive.
Yes, and
Right.
so what they were working on was holograms for all of them, and they were working on a tour.
Yeah, but why would
So you
anybody?
could go-
I mean, now that would be fine, but why would anybody my age give a fuck? I was born in 1981. He died 4 years prior to that. I don't give a shit about Elvis.
Totally. But there's a huge segment of the population. Whitney Houston, they were talking about doing a tour with her, but the hologram looked all fucked up. And,
Well, I mean, she looked all fucked up too.
yeah, but
towards the
not
end
like
there.
this. Like there was I don't know how hard it is to get a hologram correct or not, but apparently when they tested it, there was like one, I think it was maybe 28 seconds that got leaked to the internet of the first trial of it, and the whole family was like, no, we're not doing this. But I think in the future, that's probably what it'll be. You'll just go see all your favorite stars, and then it'll be
Maybe.
like that President's thing. It's Disney.
I think they should do that now. Just have a live hologram. It's like a person that's alive and they're in a studio somewhere and their holograms is being projected out everywhere. Why not do that? They could do a concert every single day for everybody.
I think that's what they're working on, to be honest with you. So,
And you don't have to be around all the pores.
No,
You know what I mean?
no, you can do
Eric
whatever you want.
Church could have done it from his house and not canceled a concert for 30,000 fucking people.
I know. But he might get his wish tonight if UNC wins. We'll find out.
Oh, they're going to win.
I think so. Church curse might not happen after all. Fun show. Flip on over to Drinkin' Bros Sports on the old YouTube channel. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Good night, everyone.